and welcome to another Mayday Mayhaim Mysteries, and I am your host, Mayday Mayhaim. Now, you might notice today is Valentine's Day. You know, that's usually a time when we celebrate love and commitment and just being with the people that we love and want to spend the rest of our lives with. But some people, it's not like that. Now, we're going to talk about two stories today. One that has occurred that you might have heard about, this one on the news, and one that literally just happened days ago. So, again, thank you for tuning in to the Mayday Mayhaim Mystery. And we're going to be talking about two stories today. Please like, subscribe. We're going to be having more content like this. If you like my makeup look, please look at the video before this one where I really go in on my makeup and I speak more in depth about my lips, which is Sierra Artistry, which is a Black-owned cosmetic, and she's new, and I love her lip gloss. But let's get started on today's two stories. Now, first story. Now, you may have, like I said, you may have heard of this story before. I don't know if his name may have ring a little bells to you. Does Ali Abulaban? Abulan. I always mispronounce his name every time. But once I show you his face, you're going to be like, yeah, I know exactly who that is. He was a big TikToker. Now, Ali was big with his TikToking with making it seem like he always played Tony Montana. You know, he always had the depiction of Tony Montana type situations in his TikTok, which is a whole world of its own. So, Ali had a beautiful wife, Anna Marie. Now, Anna Marie was only 28 years old, and Ali is 29. Now, Ali is currently sitting in jail for the murder of his wife and her friend, Rayburn Burren. Now, he was 29. Now, you want to know how all this occurred? Okay, let's break it down real quick. All right. By Ali being a big TikTok famous type of guy, he had a lot of fans. His girlfriend, of course, same thing. She had fans too. She had her following and everything. They also had a 5-year-old daughter, so they had been together a while, but they were in a toxic relationship. Why was it toxic? There is so many news stories literally about how toxic their life was. I'm trying to pull up his actual interview. And family members have even came forward. Ali's family members have even came forward and spoke about his irrational behavior when it came to his beautiful wife. Now, he has, like I said, this persona that he plays like Tony Montana, like he's this big gangster or whatever. But he's also very jealous. He doesn't like his wife going out to party and clubs and broadcast because, as you can see on TikTok, they have all type of TikTok parties, as they do on YouTube. They have all type of YouTube parties, YouTube meet and greets, TikTok meet and greets, Instagram meet and greets. They're always some type of party, and it's supposed to be a happy, fun, nice place to be. But this is like the underbelly of what's actually going on behind closed doors, so to speak. So what happened was October 21st. That this literally just happened in 2021. This just happened last year. Around October 21st, around 3:10 p.m. Now, Ali and Anna Marie have a very toxic relationship, to the point to where she wants to be separated from him. She wants a divorce. He's been kicked out of the house. An argument, has erupted. He didn't tow the place apart. So he's been kicked out. He's out of there. But before he left, he inserted like a listening device inside of one of his daughter's teddy bears. See, this is how toxic it was, where he went to the intent of listening to conversations, didn't want her around men. Now, we are all adults, and it becomes a point in time where a healthy, non-toxic relationship, you should be able to verbally have friends of the opposite sex, and it be a totally platonic relationship. Like, absolutely nothing would happen. You know what I'm saying? And this was the situation with Anna Marie and Mr. Rayburn. So as she was collecting her items and cleaning up the place that he had just destroyed a few hours before, so about a day or so before, she's cleaning up everything. She has a friend over, a male friend for protection, because as you can see, Mr. Ali didn't tow the whole house up. Ali didn't tow the crib apart. He didn't tow the place up, and then not only put a listening device inside of a bear that she didn't even know about. That's wrong. So he's at another place listening to her and Mr. Rayburn on this listening device that he actually put inside of her teddy bear, inside of his daughter's teddy bear. Now he did all this. Like he did this. Him, right there. He put a whole listening device inside of his daughter's teddy bear just so he could record them, or record to see if she was, what he would say, allegedly having sex with someone, or was she with another man, because that was his whole rage. She's with another man. She's with another man. There's even news. I'm going to play a portion of his interview in a minute, where he actually had an interview prior to him going to trial about murdering his wife and his wife's friend. He says that he hears a male voice, and the first thing goes his mind is she's having sex with him. He sees her on the couch with her friend, which obviously Ali knows this man. This is her friend. Like, this is not a random stranger that she would know. This is someone that he would also know. And he pointed the gun and he shot her. First, he shot Mr. Rayburn. Then he turned the gun on Anna Marie and he shot her 2 times. And then he goes into chaotic rage. Now, don't forget, y'all, they have a 5-year-old daughter. They have a 5-year-old daughter. Luckily, she was at school and she did not witness any of these incidents that happened. She didn't witness anything. But what he did do, he allegedly went and picked his daughter up from school and then, called his mother, allegedly, and told her what happened. And, said he had did something bad to Anna Marie. He pretty much allegedly killed her and her friend. And they later pulled him over on the highway. Of course, his daughter was unharmed. She is currently right now staying with relatives. But he went into a violent rage for absolutely nothing. That's what I'm saying. Toxic situation where Miss Ali understood that this situation was toxic, and she was trying to, Miss Anna, no, I'm saying Miss Ali, Miss Anna Marie understood that this situation was toxic, and she was trying to get out of the situation. But like I said, he had implanted a whole listening device into a teddy bear. He literally went on some spat type ish. He really did. He for real did. So let me pull up his jailhouse interview. Let me pull it up.
What happens when you get to the apartment?
Now, this is I'm going to link the whole interview in the description box below. This is San Diego Fox 5 News, where he actually did an interview with them prior to him going to trial. Now, he hasn't went to trial yet. He just put in a plea agreement of not guilty. I don't see how. He's probably going to go under reason of insanity plea. But he's also going to say he had a lot of drugs in the system, and he took a lot of drugs. So we're going to listen to some of his own words himself.
It's Ali Abulaban and his wife. So when you heard Rayburn's voice, you went to.
I didn't recognize him. I didn't know who it was.
But what were you thinking?
I was freaking out. Oh my God, I caught her. Oh my God. There's a mirror. And guess what? I hear nightmare. R&B music.
If you can't understand what he's saying, he's listening to the device from his iPad, and he hears music. Like, can't no one listen to music? Like, what the hell? But he hears music, and he's like, he's finally figured that he's got her. He heard Mr. Rayburn's voice, but he didn't realize who he was. And like the reporter just asked him, didn't you not realize who he was or know his voice? And he was in a fit of rage. Like I said, I'm going to also attach a clip of his own family members. His own family members, y'all. His own people saying that he was not right there. He was a little and that he had like I said, this imitation of Scarface. He had actual big bags of the you dig, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And his own cousin even talks about that. But let's listen a little bit more.
As you're driving to the apartment.
He's driving to the apartment screaming.
What happens when you get to the apartment?
I go up and I see them.
He said,
What did you think? What did you think?
They were nothing. I didn't see that. I felt like I was on the passenger seat of my own body.
I'm going to try to see if I can share the link right here and if it'll play. Let's see if I can get it to play, because I don't know, StreamYard has really been acting kind of weird lately. So it's been a little hard. It's like lags for some reason. And I know damn well it ain't my internet as much as I pay a month for it. But it lags for some reason when I try to clip them in like this so you can actually hear and see for yourself what he is actually saying, because you can literally see the rage in his voice, in his eyes. You can see the rage. It's like he's really, really, really. Let me pull this up. Please bear with me. Let's see. All right, I have it on my screen. Let's see. It's terribly lagging. But he goes off into a whole rant and rave, and you can just see him with the crazy ass. You can just see him. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but it's sad. Let me see. Okay. I'm still getting used to this. Share screen. My tab. Now this is him. Now let's hope it doesn't lag too bad. Do you see?
Prosecutors say Ali confessed to both police and his mother that he killed his wife and Rayburn and accused his wife of cheating. Though at this time, prosecutors say Rayburn was just a friend.
Police say they have evidence against me. I don't know what it is.
So the prosecution says that you admitted to your mother that you did this, and then you pled not guilty.
Can you explain that?
No, I can't.
Shortly after the shooting, Ali was arrested driving on the 15. Police say he had a gun and his 5-year-old daughter in the car.
He was with me when I got arrested.
Did you have a gun in the car?
Yeah, give me 1 second here.
So that I could drop her off at a safe location. And my dad's wife's brother, who lived an hour away, but police surrounded me on the highway.
Why did you pick her up
I picked her up.
from school? Why did you pick her up from school?
Why wouldn't I?
But you picked her up early, correct? Why did you pick her up early?
Why wouldn't I?
Did you know what happened?
About what?
Your wife being shot.
I'm the one who called the police.
Mm-hmm.
I reported it.
I know.
I found them. When I found them, my first instinct was to get my daughter for her safety, to drop her off at a safe location. I wasn't running away. I wasn't doing anything. I have nothing to hide.
What happened when you found them? No.
Ali says he, Anna, and their daughter moved to San Diego in February 2021. He talks fondly about their old life in Virginia.
So we owned a home in Virginia. We had the American dream. We have 2 cars. Our life is great. So I said, let me pick up another hobby.
That hobby is his TikTok personality, Jin Kid. He made videos impersonating violent characters and built quite a following, nearly 1 million fans. He crafted his online persona after his favorite film, character, and actor, Al Pacino's Tony Montana from Scarface.
I've been sneaking with you.
they painted a different picture.
He's a bad guy. There's nothing good about him. He's selfish.
I'm
That's all I can
back.
say is
I hope you
selfish.
guys can hear
Pulls
me.
out like a full bag of cocaine, not like a little bag, a big bag. And we're like, what the hell? You know, are you trying to get us all in trouble? He goes, I'm Jin Kid. I can do whatever I want. Nobody can touch me. I'm Jin Kid, you know?
And Ali, your family says that your social media fame changed you. They say that you.
So yeah, I'm in a terrible time with the lagging. It's a terrible time with the lagging. So yeah, it's terrible lagging. And mommy duties was calling, but still terrible lagging. But I'm gonna put it in the description box below. But as you can see, he went on a rampage. He went on like a real crazy type rampage. And he's not the only one. You know, a lot of people are experiencing domestic abuse and domestic violence and try to chum it up to, oh, they're just protective, or oh, he just loves me so much. Oh, he just cares. And it's very toxic. You know, their situation got so toxic to like I said, watch that link below, to where his family was saying that he brought like a whole bag of that. Hey, yo, you know what I'm talking about. And it was an issue. So he had a drug problem, which probably also made him act out of character. It was a toxic situation. And even he goes on in an interview to where he says his friends and his family says, oh, you can have any woman you want. You can have any woman you want. You can have her models. You can have this. You can have that. Go ahead and just leave her. And he was like, yeah, I can. But then they asked, well, could she have any man she wanted? And he said, not while she was married to me. And he says he wants to be an actor. So he's pretty much putting on a big act. And this is literally the act of a lifetime, because he may be facing the death penalty. He could be. He could be facing the death penalty. And it's not like you did not know who Mr. Rayburn was. You did not recognize it. But you were in just such of a rage that you just had to go off and kill this woman, take your daughter's mother from her. Now your daughter not only does not have a mother, but she doesn't have a father. You've taken Mr. Rayburn from his family for what? For what? All for jealousy? Just to say, oh, I can have her, but no one else can. That type of situation is ship. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I talk about stories like this to bring awareness. You know what I'm saying? This is just to bring awareness, to know that it's not just you. You're not alone with what's going on. It's really just not you. A lot of men and women are facing domestic violence. They really are. It's nothing for the weak of hearts. And that's why I have the domestic abuse hotline. That's the nationwide number, 1-800-799-7233. And that's for anyone that may need to get out of a situation. Men are being victimized too, just as well as women. You know, love doesn't hurt. You shouldn't be killed because he put in a listening device on a teddy bear and you didn't like what you heard because you thought she was with another man. But then he pleads not guilty, but you confessed allegedly to your mother that you did it. So, like I said, I don't put that link below because StreamYard be on that ish with me and everybody else. I don't know. I thought StreamYard was a part of the tube. I don't know why they be playing with me. I'm getting new to this. As I'm growing and learning and expanding and doing more, I'm gonna get it together. We're gonna get it right. Just stick with me, y'all. We're gonna get it together. But it's another case that is eerily like Ali's case. Eerily like it. Let me pull it up. Now, this case literally just happened. Now, as far as Ali, he'll be going back to court. They probably going to be starting his trial soon. It'll probably be sometime this year in 2022. He does have a public defender and he has pleaded not guilty. You know, he's probably going to go with the reason of insanity plea or somewhere like that along those lines. But you were not insane with anything like that. And you can't say it was, oh, I was insane with rage. Rage for what? Rage for what? And then it's multiple witnesses saying that he had abusive mentality, abusive traits, abusive behavior. And, oh, I can do what I want. You know, I'm kid. You know, no, you can't do what you want. There are consequences to your actions. I don't care who you are. You see celebrities now going through consequences for their actions for things that they know are wrong that they shouldn't have done. Like lying about getting their kids in the schools. Went to jail for that shit. You have a lot of things that's going on with actors and actresses, and not even actors and actresses, people that are not even in the spotlight, but do have that little ching ching, and they are being tried for despicable crimes. So just because you have money, oh, I can do what I want. Oh, no, you may think you can do what you want, but it's going to catch up with you in the long run. I'm just saying, it's going to catch up. It will catch up with you, especially if you're big bags of ayo, you know what I'm saying? And you putting your whole head in it and like you really Tony Montana, like, no. And see, sometimes maybe people act as these personas online because maybe that's their outlook, you know, their outlet on life to maybe, you know, get that out, you know, that outlet, that inner being out. But sometimes you need to keep that in. So, but my condolences do go with Anne Marie's family and Mr. Raybarn's family, because they did not deserve to lose their life over a jealous rage for absolutely nothing. When I say nothing, absolutely nothing. And you can, like I said, listen to the stories below. Now, this is a news story that literally just happened about 4 days ago. Now, this happened in Pennsylvania with a man by the name of Nicholaas. Now, Nicholaas S. here has been arrested, and this where viewer discretion may be advised because it might be a little gruesome right here for you right now. I'm just being 100 with you. It's going to be a little... Now, Nicholaas is 32 years old. He's in Pennsylvania. Like I said, this literally happened 3 days ago. Again, viewer discretion advised. I'm just saying, this is where love can not only go wrong, like really, really wrong, really fast. And we don't know what happened. We can only go allegedly because this just happened, and you can literally look it up. And I will leave a link below where you can find the story yet also, so you can see on your own that like is for real. Nicholaas was found actually mutilating his decapitated girlfriend. Yes, you heard me correctly. Nicholaas was found by the police actually dismembering his girlfriend. He pretty much decapitated her and dismembered her. And the way all of this happened was the neighbors. Now, this is why I say a lot of times like neighbors can't save your life, and a lot of times, 911 is the thing to call if you're not sure of what's going on, especially you hear noises that you never heard before. This was that incident. These people heard noises next door. Excuse me. They heard noises next door. And excuse me, sorry. And they said they heard a lot of screaming. They heard a lot of noises. And then they heard something that sounded like a chopping sound. Now, I cannot imagine what they could have heard that sounded, well, we know now, but prior to them, I don't think they could have imagined what they could have heard that chopping sound was. But it actually was him mutilating his girlfriend with a machete. And the way that the police pulled up now, the neighbors hear noise, they hear ruffling noises, plastic and stuff. Those had to be some paper thin walls to hear plastic. I'm just saying. And they hear a whole lot of noises that sound real crazy. And first they heard her screaming, and then they don't hear her screaming anymore. And now they hear weird noises. So they call 911. The police pulled up and literally see him hatching literally at his girlfriend. Now, he has been identified. They have not yet identified his girlfriend. But they found him while he was dismembering her. And his reason that he said was that she threatened his masculinity. You see that word? Here we go again. Threatened his masculinity. She threatened to even allegedly, these are his words. Excuse me. These are his words. She's not here to speak for herself. But she was going to allegedly cut his man parts. Excuse me 1 second. Ooh, sorry, I had to take a sip. Got a little dry throated there. I'm talking for a while. But she allegedly wanted to cut his masculinity off. Allegedly. Now, if you are able to overpower her and dismember her with a machete, I'm pretty sure you were able to overpower her and get away from her without doing any harm to her. See, it could have been well, we now know domestic violence. This was not a stranger. This was someone that she knew. And someone that, she's probably been having issues with for a long time. We don't know, because this literally just happened 3 days ago in Pennsylvania. It just happened. It literally just happened. So you really don't know who, people in your house, you know what I'm saying? And for him to go into the rage and the police to see him doing this and were able to take him down, I'm wondering, like, why didn't y'all use deadly force on him? He had a machete. He actually did have a weapon in his hand. I'm just saying. You caught him in the act. I'm just saying. But, we are not here to stand trial, and that's not their job. But we all know if it was a different color. Just saying. I'm just being 100% true with you. But I will link also below the story about Nicholaas, because it's crazy. But yeah, this is something that literally just happened. And that's why I say love doesn't hurt. Domestic abuse or domestic violence is not something that should be played with. Even verbal abuse is abuse. Like me and my mother were talking, like, when did women and men stop calling women, men stop calling women my baby, my honey, my sweetie. It's my bitch, my hoe. Like, whoa, bro, why can't it be my sweetie, my love, my honey, my darling, my sweetheart? You don't hear those any words. And it's like, yeah, I'm his bitch, I'm his hoe. I ain't nobody's bitch and I ain't nobody's hoe. Now, I can be a girlfriend, a wife, a mother, all this, a sweetheart, a darling, a honeysuckle pie, orange lemon twang. I can be all that. When you start calling me bitches and hoes, that's a form of verbal abuse, sir. And I shall not be taking that. Those are other notations, because it starts off with verbal abuse. Then they can see that they can inch away with verbal abuse. Then it can inch away possibly into physical. Then they love bomb you back in. Oh, I'll never do it again. It'll never happen again. Now it then went too far, and now someone is laying on a cold table having to bear the bad news to their family, and the other is in jail. When if you have to be in a toxic relationship, that's not a relationship. It's really not. It's not. So my advice is, if it's toxic and it makes you feel terrible and it's not a good, fulfilling feeling to you, then no. I don't think that's something that you should be aspiring to do. I'm just saying, I don't think that's something you should be doing. I think you need to find inner love for yourself, because then you will know the treatment and boundaries that you want to be respected for and done. You know what I'm saying? You'll understand your own self if you do self-love. But all this toxic shit, killing and nope, too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. So these are just 2 stories out of 2 million that we hear every day, that we've heard every day. This is just 2. So I'm reminding you, it is Valentine's Day. Yeah. Not saying that every relationship is a toxic relationship, but you may be in a relationship where you may be love bombed in. It may start out little name calling, disrespect, that it's going to grow bigger and bigger until it's out of control. And if you are in a situation, there is ways to get out. Like, there's the National Abuse Hotline. There's even apps you can download on your phone that if you trying to get out, and you can press like pound, and it'll go back to a lock screen and like delete that you was even trying to get away or talk to somebody. You know, we are in a technological time to where we can stop this abuse and help each other get out of these abusive and toxic situations. So when I bring stories out like this, I want to bring out and show how toxic things can get. And it's best to not be in those situations, period, at all. It's better not to even be in it. So those are just our 2 stories for today. But it's a lot more stories to come. So we're going to end this broadcast for today on this Valentine's Day. And if no one told you they love you, I do. I truly, truly do. And make sure you do better today than you did yesterday, and strive for a better tomorrow today. And know that you're precious cargo, and that you are loved, and that, you know, you do not have to be in a toxic situation if you do not want to be. You know, so make sure you take this time that you treat everyone as though you want to be treated. Just be kind to one another. You know, look out for each other. Those little missing posters, little flyers that you see, even when you're in Walmart, Kmart, Target, or whatever, take a look at them, because some of those are missing kids that are in your area that you might even see walking past you, or you may have even seen, but it may be missing people. You know, I always take a look at those boards. I always say that. So again, I want to thank you for being with me for this broadcast today. And again, stay safe, stay healthy, stay warm or cool wherever you are. And I'll see you next time for another Mayday Mayhaim mystery. Again, if you are in a toxic situation and you need help getting out, there is the National Abuse Hotline number where you can get help, where there are resources that can literally help you out. You know, whatever situation you was in, doesn't matter. Again, that number is 1-800-799-7233. Again, y'all be safe. Please like, share, follow for more content, and I'll be with y'all next time for another Mayday Mayhem.